Okay, so definitely use a mat for this one because it can hurt your knee. Before you lunge forward, make sure you tuck your pelvis underneath. You can see that at the beginning of this stretch. Hand down, and then if you want, you can add this little twist here for your chest and thoracic spine and to go deeper into the stretch. So if you see it on the other side here, you'll see that I do a little pelvis tuck before I push forward. This will stretch your hip flexor just that little bit more. So you're actively stretching, you're not just leaning forward. So this one's not for everyone. This is advanced, okay? If you can actually do this, reach around with the opposite arm and grab your foot. This will get into that quad so much more by lifting up that back foot, but like I said, not for everyone, quite advanced, this one. I absolutely love Cobra. All adults should be doing this one. If you can't go up onto your hands, you can just stay on your forearms. As long as you get that nice big extension through your spine. Also, downward dog, you might find this difficult as well, but you can do this with wider feet if you like. Pigeon pose, also excellent for all of these muscles. Just put your foot up as high as you can. Make sure your hips stay square, both hands down, even pressure. Try not to lean over too much on one side. Try to keep your weight in the middle. Downward dog in between, and then other side. Bring that knee up nice and high between your arms and lengthen out that bottom leg. So for this one, you can have your hands as far back as is comfortable, but push your chest up and push your knee away from you. Make sure you're actively stretching in that deep glute medius where the piriformis muscle is. Actively push that knee away and chest up nice and tall. Okay, this one's one of my absolute favorites because you can lie on your back when you're really tired at the end of a session, and it gets a few areas at the same time, and it ensures that you're not doing anything too twisted or putting too much pressure on anything. So you're just lying down and letting your knee fall naturally. You can put a little bit of pressure with that hand on top, but make sure your bottom leg stays with the midline of your body. You're not on an angle, you're still straight, and that hand just goes in line with your shoulder, not up too high. This one's quite difficult for people with tight hamstrings, tight hips, so make sure you take that deep breath and then exhale gently and bend from the hip, not the back. You want to keep your back straight. If you can't bend over very far, that's okay. This stretch will just help you keep your knee locked out and your legs straight. So if you can only bend over just a little bit, just do that. Don't force yourself to bend right over until you've developed that flexibility. Just staying upright is enough for some people. This one will stretch your short adductors and your inner thigh. If you want to put your legs out straight to get the long adductors, you can also do that. But by leaning over here, this really gets into your lower back spinal erectors. I really enjoy this one. It really releases my lower back. So these are some of my suggestions for stretches. You just should feel mild discomfort, never stretch to the point of pain.